Good Wednesday, everyone. This is meteorologist Dave Snyder at the National Weather Service with Alaska's statewide weather. Low pressure across the Alaska Peninsula is not very strong, but it's enough to keep rainfall across the peninsula and across the Aleutian Range. A front's working across the Bristol Bay region and into the Wood and Tikchik Mountains. With that, I expect some light rainfall to continue working its way northward. Most of that's going to stay out over the Gulf as gales are possible in that region. The triple point, the point where the occluded front, the warm front, and the cold front all meet up across the open waters of the Gulf, sits around 1,022 millibars. It's running into a ridge of high pressure still anchored across southeastern Alaska. That's gradually going to erode over the next several days. With that, expect increasing chances for cloud cover tonight and eventually a better chance for rainfall as we get toward the end of the week. The interior is looking pretty dry right now. There's a couple chances for spot showers generally along the south-facing slopes of the Brooks Range and the eastern end of the mountain range. But a look to the west shows a better chance for heavier rainfall working into the Kobuk and Noatak mountains and valleys in the western parts of the Brooks Range there as we get into tonight and tomorrow. Some of that could bring up rivers and streams to flooding levels, so be extra careful as you're crossing roads and trails in that region, and be aware that water may be rising around you as you're heading back out to leave. Looking to the north and west, a front will start to drag south and east toward the Chukchi Seacoast. With that, again, winds and surf may also come up. Southwest-facing coastlines will probably have the best chance of seeing elevated surf along the Chukchi Coast as we get into Friday night and into Saturday. So watch for that, especially across the north coast as we get into Thursday, Friday, and into Saturday. A look back to the south and west shows showers lingering around the southwestern capes all the way from the YK Delta to Bristol Bay and into the eastern chain. A weak zone of high pressure will sit across the North Pacific at 1,027 millibars that will briefly interrupt the continued wave of rainfall working its way from west to east out of eastern Asia. For South Central, expect periods of showers to continue and pick up as we get into Thursday and Friday, with low pressure sending another surge of rainfall toward northern and central sections of southeast. Again, that's going to pick up a little bit more as we go into the next few days for you. There's still a risk for showers and thunderstorms. That'll be around Eagle and the Alcan border both Thursday and Friday afternoon, so don't be surprised if you run into the sound of thunder out there as you're moving around. With Alaska statewide weather, this is meteorologist Dave Snyder. Find us online anytime at weather.gov/.